Hello and welcome. In this video, we are going to compare the monuments of Kerala and Himachal Pradesh. We are going to discuss about its location, district, area, salient features of that particular place, historical background, culture of the people in brief, and so on.
The Palakkad Fort in Kerala is one of the beautiful historical monument. The fort was located in the heart of Palakkad town, at the foothills of Sahyadris range. It lies in 10' 16° 30° north latitude and 76° 36' 30° east longitude. Palakkad Fort is considered as one of the most well-preserved forts in the state of Kerala. The main attraction of the fort is its high walls with its surrounding green garden. Palakkad Fort is also known as Tipu's Fort. The fort was built in 1766 AD by Hyder Ali, and now the fort is protected monument under the Archaeological Survey of India. The shape of the fort is square and is supported by walls which were strongly built. There were ground in the fort which served as stable for the horses and elephant of Tipu Sultan's army in ancient time. After the British took over the fort, it was made into the Tahsildar's office, and the fort also housed other British government officers. It was then turned into a jail in 1877, when the Canara and other jails started getting overcrowded. In 1881, it ceased to be a jail. In 20th century, the fort became a taluk office once again. Then it was declared as a monument, and now the fort is under the custody of Archaeological Survey of India. There was open air auditorium called Rapadi. The old drawbridge has been replaced by the permanent one. There is a children's park which is called Vatika. A Hanuman temple is located inside the fort.
The history of the Palakkad Fort. It dates back to the 18th century when Kokumachan ruled the Palakkad region. Even though he was the ruler, he was a tributary of Zamorin of Calicut. He started ruling Palakkad quite independently as a king from the year 1758. Zamorin kings didn't like it. It became as a rival and led to a war. Zamorin started attacking the city. To protect the city and fight against the Zamorin, Komuachan wanted a strong help. The Palakkad Raja quickly requested support from Hyder Ali. Hyder Ali was the Faujdar of Dindigul during that period. As the Raja was offered to build a fort and pay a tribute fee, he quickly agreed. So, Komuachan sought the help of Hyder Ali and he sent his brother-in-law Mukkadam Ali with 2,000 horses and 5,000 troops to fight Zamorin. The Zamorin, seeing the armed opposition, did not fight and submitted to Hyder, but Hyder, suspecting treachery, demanded a ransom of 1 lakh and also ordered to pay 12 lakh rupees to Mysore king. As they couldn't pay that huge amount, that became the reason for Hyder's invasion of Malabar. After these events, a French engineer started the construction of Palakkad Fort in 1757 as per Hyder's instruction. Hyder supposed to have built the fort to serve as a common point and to facilitate communication between Coimbatore and Palakkad. After the death of Hyder, the Zamorin re-established sovereignty over Palakkad till Tipu came back to Coimbatore and fought again it in 1788. The fort was retaken later by Colonel Stuart in 1970, after which it remained in British hands. In 1797, the English repaired the damaged fort. During all these periods, the fort was popularly referred to as Tipu's Fort.
Palakkad district has a glorious cultural tradition. Tunjathu Ramanujan Ezhuthachan, the father of Malayalam literature, is said to have spent his last days in Chittoor. To commemorate this, there is the Tunjattu Acharya Madam at Chittoor. Kunjan Nambiar, the most popular poet of Malayalam and the founder of Tullal, purely a Kerala art form, had his birth in a small village called Kilikurishi in this district. Worldly contributions have been made by talented artists of this district for maintaining and enriching the classical dance forms of Kerala, such as
Good morning to everyone. Today I'm going to speak on a famous monument in Himachal Pradesh named Rashtrapati Niwas. Rashtrapati Niwas is a grand palace in Shimla. The Rashtrapati Niwas, formerly known as Bicycle Lodge, was designed by British architect Henry Irwin and built in the Jacobean style during Lord Dufferin's tenure as Viceroy. The structure draws inspiration from the architectural style of the English Renaissance and also reflects elements of the castles of the Scottish Highlands. Its construction started in 1880 and was completed in 1888. The Rashtrapati Niwas, formerly known as Bicycle Lodge, is located on the Observatory Hills of Shimla, Himachal Pradesh, India. It was formerly the residence of the British Viceroy of India. Rashtrapati Niwas is located in the Indian district of Shimla. At that time, the estate stood on an area of 331 acres, that is 134 hectares, but today it has reduced to 110 acres, that is 45 hectares. Some of the salient features of that monument are the following. The building is of light blue grey stone masonry with tile pitch roofing. The interior of the main building is noted for elaborate woodwork which has stood the test of time. Teak was bought from Burma and was supplemented by local cedar wood and walnut. Water from one side of this hill flows to the Bay of Bengal in the east, and water from the other side flows to the Arabian Sea in the west. Most of it is covered with a variety of flowers and grasses. The building has an inbuilt rainwater harvesting system with water tanks below the lawns. The building that houses the institute was originally built as a home for Lord Dufferin, the Viceroy of India, from 1884 to 1888 and was called the Viceroy Lodge. It housed all the subsequent Viceroys and Governors General of India. It occupied the Observatory Hills, one of the 7 hills that Shimla is made upon. To reach Rashtrapati Niwas by air, you can take a plane to Jubarhati Airport, which is nearest airport to Viceroy Lodge, and by train, the closest railway station to Rashtrapati Niwas is Shimla railway station, which is 7 minutes away. The culture of Shimla is such that it portrays a sound balance between traditional values and modern thoughts. The cultural heritage of Shimla is very traditional and rural. Women wear long shawl called pattu and dhatu or tippu on their head. The tribal dresses are mostly hand woven.
Kerala, which lies in the tropic region, is mostly subject to the type of humid tropical wet climate experienced by most of Earth's rainforest. Meanwhile, its extreme eastern fringes of experience a drier tropical wet and dry climate. Kerala's average maximum daily temperature is around 37 degrees Celsius. The minimum is 19.8 degrees Celsius. Broadly, Himachal Pradesh experiences 3 seasons: summer, winter, and rainy. Summer lasts from mid-April till the end of June and most part become very hot, except in the alpine zone which experiences a mild summer, with the average temperature ranging from 28 to 32 degrees Celsius, that is 82 to 90 degrees Fahrenheit.
Conclusion. India has 116 ticketed monuments in 19 states managed by the Archaeological Survey of India. The survey have quite wonderfully managed to look after these unique buildings throughout. They have done their part correctly, preventing any damage to any monuments. Very pleased to see the maintenance standard. And thanks for watching the video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.